You know, look for the Spurs to play him a little differently in this game, but the Spurs are a great defensive team. They're not going to change that much.
Lakers control the opening tip. Inside now to Duncan. He's guarded by Malone. Shoots over Carl and gets the bounce.
Real in Kobe, and he has to make shots.
Parker, Bowen from the corner. This time he hits. Bowen does two things.
And we talk about him as a defensive player. His offensive output will be key.
Bryant and Kobe is on the board. The Lakers trail by one.
He played 112 minutes coming into this game. 9 field goal attempts, all threes.
Here's Duncan off the glass. George, by the way. Now Shaq gets it back outside to Bryant. 8 on the timer as Malone launches it.
See, again, Tim Duncan is in helping.
Either they get eliminated or win the championship. They'll sit down with Jerry Buss. They'll sit down with Mitch Kupchak, the general manager, as Tony Parker puts one up from inside. Then Greg has coached San Antonio 8 seasons. Ginobili is coming into the game.
See, these are looks. These are looks that the Spurs didn't.
Duncan, long 2 for Tim. 24. 20 seconds left in the period. Bryant softly and with 17.1.
Now he has to guard Kobe.
Bryant.
That's the point right there. You know.
Misterovich battles for the board, giving Turkoglu a shot at 3, and he cashes in. So the offensive rebound. Ginobili over Shaq.
Wow.
So the Argentine who played basketball in Europe and won the first quarter by 7 in game 1. And that was 21 better as Bryant hits. That was contested. Looked around, thought he was fouled, doesn't get the call. Duncan to Parker underneath. Bowen out of the corner. 2-point game. Fisher. Boy, he was almost behind the backboard from that angle. Look right there, 13 points. The big 2 for the Lakers. O'Neal has 4. Bryant has 12. And for Kobe, add 2 more.
Handoff that Bruce Bowen was caught overplaying him.
Softly left-handed with the roll for Parker. And it's taken away again by Fisher. The steal by Fisher, who goes in all the way. And it doesn't go, and he doesn't get fouled either.
Well, it's his fault because he was waiting for a foul instead of going in and laying
the shot, but Parker gets it back.
Never leave the ball handler. Devin George did a great job. He blocked the shot.
And then has it taken away. And Bryant to O'Neal out in front for the jam.
I don't know if I've seen Post gets a lot of attention. I was worried about Shaq on this play out. I didn't know if he could make it. Shaq tells me that he has great ball handling skills.
George, 3-pointer. And the Laker lead is double digits again.
The other guys are stepping up.
Got a glimpse of the Alamo from the blimp as Devin George goes in and jams it home. And Devin George...
Right now, that was a drawn-up play out of the timeout by Phil Jackson. And that was drawn up by Pop.
Bryant, spin move, floater, got it.
Left hand, spin move over Tim Duncan.
O'Neal. Lost it.
He's worried about fouls.
Brown to Ginobili.
Every turnover.
Tim Duncan, the only guy for San Antonio in double figures with 13. Ginobili. Soft 2. And it's 61-48. He thought about shooting from outside. Moved point lead. Parker. Outside. Brown. Big 3. Big 3. 1.8 to play, and they are able to get it in single digits as Kobe launches one at the end, but they get it down to 9. Medvedenko slaps it out. Whip around behind the back. Parker scores. Well, that'll get the crowd going.
And it could get Parker going.
Inside to O'Neal. Duck the bounce. Goes to the free throw line. Another Laker turnover. Turkoglu for three.
Every turnover.
Parker, he'll try a three here. And San Antonio built its lead in the first half the other night. Now he works his way inside. Play clock in single figures. Bryant got it. Kobe Bryant, and you're right, Doc. I think it's Duncan off the glass. Isn't that good in terms of selection? Duncan off the glass.
Shots up. And they're forcing Kobe Bryant to force the action.
And Payton will try to stop it. He can't. Tony Parker. Jackson has to take a timeout.
Where assistant coaches were shaking their heads, they're now smiling. And where Popovich had been irate, he's now simply intense, guys.
And Shaq has just made it a one-point game inside. 71-70 San Antonio.
And Karl Malone.
Malone coming out. He sets it. Kobe gets around it. Kobe puts it up. Made it. Lakers by one with 11 and a half to go.
Kobe Bryant is tired.
Oh, he's exhausted.
Unbelievable shot. But
to Duncan. He gets doubled. Shaq all over him. He gets away a fadeaway. He makes it with 4:10 left. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. He's pressured. He makes it from way outside.
you couldn't have defended that any better.
No.
You know, it's almost like Tim Duncan is giving the Lakers what Kobe has given us.
Under pressure, under physical pressure, and under intense pressure in terms of these playoffs. And it almost reminds you of Kobe Bryant's shot in Portland. It's a little different, of course. The one that gave them the Pacific Division Championship in double overtime.
Yeah, this
great defense.
This one's big, boy. I tell you. I mean, Greg Popovich had to be thinking right now, my goodness, we've lost to the Lakers, and now we have to go up to LA down 3-2. Now they're up 3-2. Wow.
Here they go. They get it to Fisher. He scores! Dereck Fisher scores at the buzzer. It'll have to be reviewed. They'll review it. They'll review it. The Lakers are going to run to the dressing room, and they'll try to get on the plane before the officials can get over to the scorer's table.
Boy,
oh, my God.
We got to take a look at it, but I got to tell you, live, it looked good.
I thought it did, too.
My goodness.
Well, I had a feeling. I was just going to ask you, everybody in the world knows they're going after Bryant. They're going to try to foul Bryant. So do you go to somebody else? Do you take a chance?
Well, they went for
Dereck
Bryant.
Fisher, here we go. Take a look at this.
For Bryant. You can see him looking. Dereck Fisher breaks open.
Starts. Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, I think it is good. With about a tenth of a second. Yeah, I don't know how you
tell you, it's close, though. It's so close.
It's very close.
Watch the light.
Ball has to be out of his hands.
Ball's out.
Yeah, it's out of his hands. It's out of his hands.
Wow, it's good. I've never seen an ending like this before. That's
off the charts.
Two unbelievable shots. I've never seen anything like it ever.
Two lead-changing shots in the last 0.4 of a second. At the risk of being a shill, now I know why they say we love this game.
We love this game.
It's just unbelievable.